my gosh. Hello, is that Super Yuzu? Is that Super Yuzu and Elaine? Welcome on in. Hi. Thank you so much, Super Yuzu, for subscribing for 26 months. Enjoy your Sprite Cranberry. I'm having cowboy time today. Thank you for understanding. Hi, Gore. Welcome on in, everybody. Hi. It's cowboy time. This is too loud. I'm turning it down. Okay. Now I'm not shouting over my own thoughts. Welcome on in, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful Monday. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Today we are doing some head angle work. On this model here. I've already got some pretty good base head angled stuff going on this model. I want to clean up the eyes at some point. Probably not on stream today. But like the base like head shape is looking pretty good. I did a little bit of ears and a little bit of the hair before stream. One of my things that I want to do on stream today is this model has headphones, and I need to set up the mesh for that. I couldn't remember the word. Hi, Shiny Doggy! Welcome, everybody! Ain't never gonna be the same. Saddle up my horse and I'll ride into the city. I make a lot of noise cause the girls, they are so pretty. I fucking love this song. Sing it, fuck it up. Thank you. This is honestly on my like short list of songs that I would love to cover if I knew anything about making covers. Cause I just want to cover songs that like make me happy. Maybe like hire somebody to do like a little bit of like rock metal like remix of it. I fucking love this song. But you'll just have to wait for me to like debut a little cowboy outfit with my next model. Then I'll do it. Though this is a great song. I recommend if you find yourself at like a karaoke night with a bunch of at like a dive bar. If you a dive bar with like older patrons, this song hits hard. Have you done karaoke streams? I have not. I've had it as a subathon goal in the past, so it's like not something that I'm opposed to. But I'm like, that's scary. Also, I like to say when people are like, "Oh, Abizi, would you ever do a karaoke stream?" You best start believing in karaoke streams. You're in one. Because I just sing whenever I want when I stream anyways. Sing a Willie Nelson song I can think of. And we made love. And I ride into the city. I make a lot of noise. Cause the girls, they are so pretty. Girl, say, save a horse, ride a cowboy. Do I LARP as country? Well, I've only lived in the South for a very short period of my life, so I would say it's LARPing. Though I will say this: the Pine Barrens of New Jersey. That's country, baby. I don't. That's farms. They got farms there. They got the middle of nowhere, rural areas of New Jersey just as much as they've got it in, you know, in the South. And they've got cities in the South too. Like the whole, I don't know. Country is kind of like a myth. Country's a myth that they made up to sell blue jeans. telling people that. I love telling people like New Jersey's got like farms, like a lot of farms. Like they call it the Garden State, and it's there's like a lot of food is produced there, and you wouldn't know. People are like, "What the hell are you talking about?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude, like Jersey cows, Jersey tomatoes, they're like the leading export of like cranberries and blueberries. Like it's a fuck ton of corn comes from there. It's kind of crazy. It's crazy to me, and I'm from there. I just remember like as a kid growing up and driving through like all these acres of farms to get to Six Flags in the middle of the state. I loved it. But I'm certainly not very country myself. I do not. I'm a suburban baby, that's for sure. Country culture is anti-intellectualism and hard gender roles. I don't. I mean, I definitely think that like those ingredients can fall into the stew a lot more often than people would like. But I think country is actually a very interesting genre when you look at it from a gayer lens. I'll say that. But just sort of like I don't know, I've really enjoyed in the last 5 years or so like this counterculture that has risen up of country, of gay country specifically, because I don't think that it's exclusive to rigid gender norms and you know this like radio version of country that's like popped up post 9/11. There's like a very rich history of like Dolly Parton and oh my gosh, I'm blanking on like I'm thinking of like Johnny Cash, like these like really the chicks who used to have a different name. There's a lot of like counterculture and like blue collar resistance that is involved with like country as a genre, and it's a lot of like really interesting themes in there. I love it a lot. But I do think it has been corrupted by corporate interests. But yeah, I think when you dig a lot deeper, you get to some really interesting stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, the quotations is for the country part. Yes, I agree. I agree. Um, what I'm trying to say is I'm a huge slut for Orville Peck. Yeah, yeah. But like I don't know. I think there's been like little parts of that peeking out. Chapel Roan's done some country stuff, you know. There's a there's a lot of queer themes in cowboys and country, and I'm like a huge like I eat that shit up. Like country used to be punk and it should be again. It absolutely should be again. I do think it was co-opted and it's a little unfair. The corpo stuff Bleck. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Country should be punk again. It's because it really does go back to like it used to be such like a blue collar sort of thing, you know? I don't know a ton about country, but I think there's a lot of so there's something interesting to be said about people who are like, "Oh, I like all kinds of music except for country and rap." Like those are like the two kinds of music that I think get a very bad reputation. Um and I'm like I don't know, I'm like you're crazy. Like, you know, like yeah, that's such like a red flag thing for someone to say. For especially when people are like I don't like rap, but they say it in like I like all music except rap. And you know why. Then it's like, yay! Yikes, yikes, yikes. Two genres that definitely get a bad rap and also have a history of people trying to generalize dumbed down interpretations of it. Yeah, 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 yeah. And people also shit on like pop. But I think that the issue with like pop comes from just like an oversaturation of the radio, you know? oh, your ex being like all rap is only radio gangster rap. Like that's crazy. That's crazy. I have so much respect for like people who for like rap as a genre. It's not something that I personally gravitate towards. I think just my sensibilities um go to like hyper pop and metal. Like those are sort of my comfort genres, and so that's kind of like out of the way. But god damn, when you hear some like really good bars, it's like holy shit, you're a rap god. I don't like reggae because it makes me feel dizzy. That's crazy. Your husband says it's because you're fighting the urge to dance. That's so cute. I like reggae. I like reggae. But I think that comes from my family. My dad really loves island music, I'll say. My parents are island people. I really love bluegrass. I think I just really love um my pen is not gonna be in my hoof today. It doesn't want to be, I think. There we go. Um my parents love reggae. And they love Jimmy Buffett. And I grew up with a lot of that. Area in Rhode Island I grew up in, reggaeton was really popular. I miss hearing it. That's crazy. I guess there are like different like neighborhoods of people that come from like all over the world that live in different places. I'm like, reggaeton's popular in Rhode Island? I just don't know shit about Rhode Island. Like then I'm like, oh, I guess they probably have like neighborhoods of people who bring like their music in and enjoy the culture. Large part of your area were Puerto Rican or from the Dominican Republic. Ah, there it is. There it is. Yes, yes, yes. I was like, definitely if you like live somewhere with like a large Caribbean population, I can see how it would sneak in very easy. Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, and Laos. Laos, like we're just gonna grab a country from the other side of the world. That's awesome. I love that. I love that. That's cool. But yeah, my parents love reggae. Um and I it's a big part of my childhood. I don't really listen to it a ton personally. I think I get my helping of it when I visit family. But I see the appeal of it. I like really understand like the kind of reggae that my parents listen to. It's such good vibes. Like it's just the vibes are just chill. We're having a good time. At least that was the kind of reggae that my parents would listen to. It was just like really, really chill vibes and beach music, you know? What my this is gonna make me sound like my this is making my dad sound like an asshole. And he is in the same way that I'm an asshole, but everybody's an asshole. But my dad will bring a little speaker to the beach. Uh and he'll like blast his music. But these are like empty ass beaches in the middle of fucking nowhere. No, that's normal. Okay, I was like, is it like rude? I think it's a little rude to be playing music from your speakers if it's like a crowded beach. But if you're like chilling and hanging out on a beach and it's like maybe like two couples are gonna like walk by you during the whole time that you're there. It's just so cute. My dad will play like Christmas reggae. My dad will play Christmas reggae uh from his speakers when we would go to the beach, and it's so cute. Two couples and five horses. It's usually a lot more than five horses, but I don't know why I have this song on this playlist because it actually makes me emotional. Have a family member that would play country music in the backyard really loud because she was beefing with the children next door that were playing basketball too loud. Oh my god, neighbor passive aggression is so funny. If you haven't heard this song before, oh my god. I think about this song a lot. Oh, there's so many headphone pieces on this. Uh, let's start with this. I'm trying to think of. Oh, I wanted to talk to the chat about something today. Last night, I watched. Love the song so far. Honestly, You Go Singer. Yeah, this is Orville Peck, singing with Willie Nelson. A little collaborative, a little duet. If you don't know who Orville Peck is, Orville Peck is just like some of the coolest fucking looks I've seen ever. Do you know about Willie's Booth at Texas Roadhouse? I don't know anything about Texas Roadhouse. I don't think I've ever been to one. So Orville Peck is this masked cowboy singer, and he just like his fashion is crazy. He makes up most of this playlist. He's the Masked Singer. My god. It would be so funny if they put him on Masked Singer and then he took off the mask and he was still wearing a mask. Like, that would be awesome. Yeah, I love his looks. I love the mask. I think it's just like such a fun like, I don't know, like I think it's cool for a performer to have a persona. Like, I think it's sick. And also I just wow, this is a PNG? Oh my gosh, Orville, what are you doing here? Howdy, BZ. I don't know why there's a PNG of him. I really like it though. Celebrity in the chat. I'm gonna get shy. He has to get out of here. I'm gonna get shy. Yeehaw! No, it was
Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart. I fucking love Orville Peck. I don't know. It's really good music for me when I'm feeling down and low. I'm like, we're really in it now, Orville Peck. When I'm like, I need to feel something. Let me put on some Orville. Oh, anyway, I was saying I watched Treasure Planet last night for no reason other than I wanted to. I'd kind of been wanting to rewatch it recently, and I just hadn't been. And it was fucking good. Who's showing they macro hard? You guys like my stream title?
Do I look like I know what a JPEG is?
Oh! It burns. It burns, the deep fry. I thought going into watching Treasure Planet, like, I think Treasure Planet doesn't have like the best reputation of a Disney movie. Like, I think that it got like mixed reviews. The hat looks great. Doesn't it look like what happened to it? It looks like fried chicken. It looks like a taco shell. um, but anyways, Treasure Planet was good, and I think I'm a little bit biased because Treasure Island was one of my favorite books growing up, so I just kind of really love the story of Treasure Island, which is the story of Treasure Planet, you know, with remixed elements. But there's like some really impressive character performances in that movie, namely with the leads. So like with Jim Hawkins in Treasure Planet has like some really expressive, I can't even really explain it in like a non-animator way, but if I could kind of feel that there was somebody working on him that worked on Tarzan. Like, I could see the through line from from Tarzan to Treasure Planet, the way that they would just like stay on him and they would do like some like face journeys. I was just like, damn, it's so fucking good. It's so fucking good. The animation in Tarzan is so good. The animation in Treasure Planet is also so good. The 3D in Treasure Planet is so funny to me. Like, watching back, like, there's so many 3D elements in that movie that, like, really stand out visually and, like, kind of create their own, like, look. Animation in both is crazy good. We still know how to make good animation. It's crazy to me that, like people say, like, oh, like, Disney should make 2D animated movies again. Disney should make 2D animated movies again. Well, like, the thing is, they have all the money in the world so they can do whatever they want. But they have, like, lost the recipe a little bit. Like, they used to have things set up in a way where they could do that. And, like, technology has advanced significantly in like 2D animation, and like they'd have to do a lot of work behind the scenes to catch up with, you know, standards and equipment, and like it would be expensive to like to switch. And also, you know, 3D animators are not 2D animators. You'd have to hire completely different staff. And Lord knows people in animation need more jobs. I think that they should do it though. Not even a though. I do want people in animation to have more jobs. I'm just like, something about watching an old movie like that and seeing those like emotional journeys on the faces of people, and that they're like drawings. I think that you could definitely get an incredible performance out of 3D animation, but God, there was just something that was hitting a little bit different in just like watching Long John Silver animate and move and emote. I was just like, fuck. I need more of this. And there was also something very interesting about the process. I'm gonna put a pin in that. I want to read Gore's messages before I forget. Rented Treasure Planet when I was young. Don't remember being engaged by. I think I was too young to appreciate it. I think it's one of those movies that you have to be in like a specific mood or have a specific childhood for it to really hit. But if you really like butt rock and have a father that left you, and I think that those traits are actually intertwined, then it really hits. It's like like Lux is adopted, and Lux is like, I will not handle slander for Meet the Robinsons because that movie was like incredibly touching to me growing up as an adopted child. And I'm like, motherfucker, every fucking Disney movie's about adopted children, okay? Go, I'll agree on Hercules. Anyways, what I wanted to say about animation and the animation process, you've got the butt rock part down. I want to put that song on. What's the fucking Treasure Planet song? I'm still here. Yes, it. Add to queue. I also thought about when that song was playing. I was like, damn, when did this movie come out? Is this like right around the same time as like Enterprise was probably airing? Like, how come we have these fucking sci-fi properties in their butt rock? It's so funny. Oh, that song started playing and I immediately thought of, it was 2002. It was exactly when Enterprise was airing. Oh my god. That was just like a butt rock era. Oh my god. Not going into it, but as someone with a nightmare abuse family, I remember Tangled used to make me so mad because I was like, you can't just go, your real parents are out there somewhere. Like, sometimes you have that parent and they just suck. That's so valid. That's so valid. I mean, it's like, part of it is like wish fulfillment, right? Like, you know, it's very easy to be like, your family, you know, your family sucks. You've got an evil stepmother, but don't worry. Your real parents who love you are out there. That's why I'm like, I love found family as a trope. I think found family is such like a valuable trope for movies with kids, you know? You wish there was a real family who understood you and would love you. Yeah, it's absolutely the wish fulfillment thing. Anyway. The stuff that really gets me is being seen in those kinds of situations. That's why the story retcon of the abusive mom in Pokemon Sun Moon second editions pissed you off. I had no idea they did that. I remember that storyline in Sun Moon and being like, damn, they're fucking swinging. And which is like really shocking to me when Pokemon does any kind of swing. Nah, yeah. To be real, wanna touch things I don't feel. Feel I belong. They stay the same. Nah, here. Me at 5 years old. It's 2002. It's 2002. So, if that helps your math. Crazy that you could build something popular and beloved by putting someone who actually worked on the ground floor like an animator in charge instead of NBA C-suite vultures. That's all I'll say about that. That's what I'll say about that. This song is like so iconic, and it's like just sort of the feeling of the movie, and it's so good. And it's like you can make fun of it being butt rock because it is, but fuck. It's the DNA of the movie, and I love it for that. And I love a big swing. I love Phil Collins and Tarzan. I love the gospel music and Hercules. It's sauce. It's sauce. This I've heard about the studio. I got an ad for it watching a different thing on streaming, I think. But Seth Rogen as a studio head and everyone hates him. I love that. Treasure Planet always makes you think of being a kid and having visitation with your dad because you got those McDonald toys for it while with him. Oh my god. I mean, I think Treasure Planet makes everyone think about their dads. I'm still here. Thinking about Hercules now, not gonna lie. One of your favorite animated movies by Disney. I think Hercules is awesome. I don't know if Hercules in my mind is a perfect movie. I kind of really love the like post-Renaissance Disney movies more than the Renaissance Disney movies. I like if you were gonna ask me like, oh, what do you think about like The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin. I was like, what's the other one? I'm like, those movies are good, but to me, like, Mulan is Mulan is a perfect movie. I'm sorry. Mulan is a perfect movie. Lilo and Stitch is a perfect movie. Hercules, to me, it's a perfect movie to me, but I would, you know, we could get into fights on whether or not it's not. Emperor's New Groove, perfect movie. Fuck. Emperor's New Groove is like probably the funniest movie that Disney has ever made. All of those movies have so much sauce. Like they have so much like personal identity. They're such big swings. And like, ugh. They all, like, really stand on their own 2 feet as something different entirely. It's awesome. You were autistic, but Oliver and Company had that shit on loop. I could see how that would happen. That Oliver and Company is a Renaissance movie, though. It's one of the ones that, like, snuck in there. Your household was obsessed with Thief and the Cobbler? The one that came in a cereal box? Oh my god. Oh my god. That's amazing. I went to, it is no secret that I am a Disney adult, that I come from a Disney family. I like to say that I'm a Disney adult, but I got better. But, like, I have family who work for Disney. Like, I grew up with it, like, pretty hardcore. Very much a theater kid. I don't think that you can be a theater kid without being a little bit of a Disney adult. I don't think that happens. Yeah, I'm a theater kid who went to school for animation. You don't think I'm not a Disney adult? Those ingredients don't go together without a pair of Mickey Mouse ears, okay? Okay? But part of that comes from, like, I went to a private school, like, daycare situation until, like, 3rd grade, where we would watch, like, the principal was obsessed with Disney movies, had, like, this huge library of Disney movies, and we would get to watch them while waiting for our parents to come pick us up. So it's like, I was watching a Disney movie every day. And it was a different one every day, and it was pretty much all Disney. It was Disney and then, like, Rat Race. I think maybe Rat Race snuck in there a couple times. But I think was Rat Race Disney? That might have been under Disney's umbrella anyways. Anyway. You rewatched it again recently, so impressed by it. Technically, took the guy 20 years to make because he was insane, but, like, crazy to watch it. Yes! Oh my god. Thief and the Cobbler is fucking insane. Richard Williams is such an interesting personality, and hello? My Twitch chat got disconnected. I got a little pop-up. I'm scared. I don't know what that's about. Some of my alerts might break. I don't know. Whatever. Richard Williams is such an interesting character in animation history, is what I was gonna say. Made the animators the animator survival kit. I think I've brought this up on stream before. I'm an animation person, so this is like an iconic image to me. But this cover is like, I'm like, I think if anyone's seen an animation book before, it's probably this one. Crazy book. Love this cover in particular. I do own it. I bought it in school. Looks like Rat Race was distributed under Paramount. Okay, so not Disney. It feels like one that would have been under Disney, but alas, I misremembered. This lady, this lady's shape is crazy. Anyway, but like, I think the dude also had like was like known for being like a huge hard ass, which doesn't surprise me because he spent so much of his life obsessed with getting this movie made. My God, I don't know, like it's such like an interesting story. I remember watching a documentary about the making of that movie, which in the same way that the documentary making Frozen 2 is more interesting than Frozen 2, I think that documentary is more interesting than Thief and the Cobbler. Cause God, the trials and tribulations. It's like there's a lot going on in there that have to do with like having like a grand vision and like seeing yourself as like an auteur and maybe not always being the easiest boss to work with. Gotta go, sorry, meeting. Enjoy your meeting, shiny doggy. Enjoy. Thanks for hanging. The story is pretty weak overall. The third act falls so flat. It's crazy. It's crazy. I think it's like a really great example of like the pitfalls of perfectionism. I'm like, damn, that I said that good. It is a testament to the pitfalls of perfectionism because I think that he went into it wanting to make like his magnum opus, this like perfect movie that was so big and made, you know, it was so much and he got lost in the sauce, you know? He put his whole pussy in the first 2 acts and forgot to make the rest good, which is like, that's art. Like, that's art. But God, like every step of the process, the animation is just like, whoa. The sauce that got made is really good. I agree. I just think it's a very interesting topic, a very interesting story, especially when you're like 20 years. Like, oh my God. Animated movies do take an incredibly long time to get made, but usually like 3 years, you know? Like, The Chase in the Palace is so top tier. Is Yuzu going to sleep? Good night, Yuzu. Good night, Yuzu. Unless you're just spinning me for fun. Good night, Yuzu! It had poor luck to come out similar year as Aladdin, so everyone went, it's a knockoff, which is crazy! Which is crazy! But you have to think, like Disney was probably doing that on purpose. I'm sorry, they probably did that on purpose. In the same way that, like, that Mattel put out Barbie and the Rockers, like, a month ahead of Gem and the Holograms to beat them to the punch and make them think that Gem and the Holograms was just a knockoff of Barbie. I fucking see you. Also, I love this. Oh, I love this song. Hi, Daytona Sand. Um, Guy took 20 years on it. They had plenty of time to get ready, right? Like, it's so easy to just sort of, like, they had a 20-year head start. Hello. I love hearing about, like, the stories and, like, the like office dynamics of people working on these animated movies, because I think a lot of people forget that they are just people, like, and as a people who has worked in animation, like, it's a job like any other job. Like, there are difficult personalities, you know, you're making art for a living, and I love making art for a living, but there's a lot that goes into it, and like, it's crazy. It's just crazy. Hi, Phantom. Welcome on in. Welcome. But this ties back to what I wanted to put a pin in. The thing that's so interesting about 2D animation, or at least for the movies that, you know, I know about, it was incredibly common for 2D animated movies. Like, animators worked on one character. Like, most of the time it was just one guy. Like, not just one guy doing the animation, but like, you were just working on one character. You would spend 3 years just getting really good at drawing Mushu and just drawing Mushu. And that was your whole life. Your whole life was drawing Mushu over and over and over and over again. And like, I definitely, there had to be people who were, like, you know, switching between different characters, but it makes sense for them to divide the labor that way. It's easier to just have people get really good at drawing one character and then, like, divide the labor that way in between, like, scenes and stuff. But I find that crazy. Maybe I'm crazy for finding that crazy. Just, like, thinking about being somebody working on an animated movie, and you're just drawing Mushu for 3 years. Is that crazy, or am I crazy? Like, and then you, like, go and you, like, watch the credits. I love seeing how, like, the team gets, like, divided up by, like, oh, like, you know, this was the team for Captain Amelia, and obviously you have, like, bigger teams for, like, the bigger characters. You have people who work specifically in crowd. I was like, oh, like, oh, it's crazy to me. I love the machinations. I love it. Also, the other thing about Treasure Planet, is that it made me feel really vindicated. With my BC 3.0 design, I gave her a little gold hoop as, like, a kind of signifier that she's, like, a space pirate. And watching Treasure Planet, I'm like, I counted not 1, not 2, 3 characters that all have one little gold hoop earring, and I'm like, oh my god! I felt so vindicated. I'd love to see credits show more on what things individual people worked on. Yeah! I love seeing, like, old demo reels with that kind of stuff in it. That way would be great for allowing all the people who are perverts about a character just to focus on making them good. Yeah! Also, I didn't notice until rewatching it, Captain Amelia, who I love. I love Captain Amelia so much. Obviously. In Treasure Planet. Iconic character. Absolute queen. Legend. She has a little mole. She has a little mole on her, like, upper lip. I'm like, yes! I love characters with moles. It's so cute. Do I like Atlantis, the Lost Empire? I do like Atlantis. Atlantis is also up there with Treasure Planet. I think Atlantis and Treasure Planet are brothers. Like, and I don't think that that's like an unpopular opinion to have. Like, they are spiritually related. Even though they are, I think, wildly different in what they are trying to accomplish, I think that they are like redheaded stepchildren. Is that a phrase? Is that a phrase? I feel like that's a phrase that I've heard a grandma use before. They are the bananas in the smoothie. They stand out. They have like really their own vibe, and they are, I think, like foundational. Like there's like a specific energy of masculinity in the both of them that isn't present in other media that I can think of. Me till we die. So hands on the wheel and let's drive. Buckle up and drive me crazy. Atlantis is a beautiful movie. I think visually speaking, Atlantis is I like Atlantis more than I like Treasure Planet for sure. I think they're doing a lot of really cool stuff in Treasure Planet visually and also like story-wise. Star Trek mention in both of them. Not to be like, oh, BZ, shut up about Star Trek. BZ, shut up about Star Trek. Star Trek in both of them. Star Trek in both of them. In Atlantis, Leonard Nimoy voices the like elder, the like old man guy, and God, he's such a fucking voice quality. And in Treasure Planet, there's one of the few Doppler jokes that actually made me laugh. I did not find Doppler very funny watching him as an adult. He's like definitely in there as like comedic relief. I think the comedic relief of that movie is like the weakest part of it. Personally, I think Ben is not very funny, and Doppler is not very funny. I think that there's like a lot of SAT words in that movie that I think a lot of people would struggle with, but I really like it. Disney, your Treasure Planet's your favorite Disney movie? It is cute. It is a good movie. It's a good movie. But Doppler had one little Star Trek reference where he goes, "Damn it, Jim, I'm an astrophysicist, not a doctor. Well, I am a doctor, I have a doctorate, but it's not." And I'm like, that's funny because his name is Jim! I was like, oh shit, his name is Jim, huh? He was added in last minute. They said the movie was too serious. If you took out Doppler, absolutely, the movie would be entirely serious. Mole in Atlantis is kind of there for simple jokes, but he's not really that funny. I do find Mole funny, but I find Mole funny in that, not in like the jokes that he makes, but just like the shape of him. Like he's like a really funny looking guy, and he makes funny noises. And then like his jokes are like, I'm a French pervert, and it's like, that's not that funny, but you are like shaped like a weirdo and you live in the dirt. Isn't Doppler the Empreg husband for Captain Amelia? Yes. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. They do they I at the end of that movie, you see I've been looking at the same thing for so long. At the end of that movie, you see that Doctor Spoilers for Treasure Planet, a movie that came out 23 years ago. Sorry, I just remembered that movie came out 23 years ago. I'm like reeling. I'm reeling by something that I said. Anyway, that you see at the end of that movie, Dr. Doppler and Captain Amelia have a bunch of babies. They're like 4 babies, and there's like 3 girls that look like Amelia and 1 boy that looks like Doppler. And I'm like, I hate when they have that trope in media. I hate when it's like, all the baby girls look like their mommy, and all the baby boys look like their daddy. I'm like, I'm gonna kill you. I'm like, they need to do, I want to see all the baby girls look like their dad and all the baby boys look like their mom. That I will accept. Or, you know, a balanced mix. And I said that complaining to Lux, and he went, a little pink frog and a little green piggy. And I'm like, stop! How did you know that was exactly what I was thinking about? I hate this. I hate this. I hate looking at them. But I do. When I saw Muppets Most Wanted, I think this is Muppets Most Wanted. Or it could have been Muppets, but when I saw this in the theater, I like recoiled. I hate this. I don't. It feels wrong. But I also love it. It's the pink Kermit that fucks me up. I don't like the pink Kermit. A little pink frog and a little green piggy. It's too fleshy pink. He looks like a worm. He looks like a worm. He looks like a worm. I don't like it. Kermie worm. This is how worm Muppets are made. Oh my god. The lack of hands and feet in the image. Oh, I don't like them. But I love them as well. They're fucked up, dude. I don't like them. It's funny because Piggy isn't even that color. I think it would have been even worse if it was like Piggy has like a white skin tone, you know? What movie is that from again? I think it's Muppets Most Wanted. It is Muppets Most Wanted. Yes, okay. Cause she's about to marry Constantine, and she has like a little song where she like dreams of her future, you know? So like
Piggy
Kermit and Piggy
dipping.
canonically forked.
Piggy dipping at the piggy pond.
Phantom, where have you been? Of course they have. Of course they fuck. What do you mean? Like, yeah. I mean, like, what are you? How? They don't even know. They don't even know. Phantom, I don't know how much Muppets that you've enjoyed, but every single Muppet movie is about one thing and one thing only. It's in like Miss Piggy's contract that the movie is about her and Kermit falling in love. I'm sorry. Kermit ain't got no bits though, Beezy. That's never stopped, like, so many people. You don't... Async He's slang. I know Kermit is slanging. I know he is. Oh my god. Oh. I know that thing is huge. It's because it's the funniest possibility. It's the funniest option is if he's slanging. So obviously it must be true. I love this song. How did we get to talking about this? Without a trace, I'll wait for you. Roses are falling for you. How they do just by making a sleeve for someone's arm. We're off the fucking deep end today. We gotta stop. We gotta stop. We gotta stop. Oh my god. I would like to like remind everybody that the Muppets are not for babies. Like the Muppets are as like a show, that the origins of Muppets, it was like raunchy adult comedy. Here's the pilot Muppet Show. Taps the sign. Taps the sign. Sesame Street is the family-friendly Muppets. The actual Muppets fuck. It's true. It's very much true. Like, there's like mixed opinions about ABC Muppets, the ABC Muppets show that they did. Like one of the more recent Muppets shows that they did, the one where Kermit and Miss Piggy broke up, which everybody was freaking out. They were like, "Oh my god, Kermit and Miss Piggy broke up. What are we gonna do?" And I'm like, "You're all fools. You're all casuals. Every single piece of Muppets media is about Kermit and Miss Piggy falling in love. They have to be out of love to fall in love again, okay? It's simple math. It's simple math. And guess what? It does happen like that. And there's a really cute moment. I think like Miss Piggy's like in the hospital under like anesthesia or something like that. And she like Kermit and her are not dating. And she goes, "I love you." And he's like, "I love you too." And he's like, "Oh, I love her." And I'm like, it breaks my fucking heart. Like, oh my god. I'm 10-ply. I'm a huge sap. That shit fucking gets
Dang,
me.
girl, you
Like
got
the
loud
way that
bones.
Kermit is like, I
Let's hear them.
love her. I'm like, oh! I will stretch.
Save.
Oh, God!
I will save. I will save.
Save.
God, please!
Save. 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 Save.
I save. I save. They're always finding their way back to each other. Like, literally watch, like, any Muppets movie. Except maybe, like, Muppets in Space, because that one isn't really about them. But, like, Treasure Island, Muppets Treasure Island, they're falling in love. They're falling in love in that one. Muppets Take Manhattan, they get married in that one! Oh, what about the one where they get married? What do you mean? Get out of here. They're just cute in A Christmas Carol. That's true. That's true. Kermit isn't, like, the main character in that. I guess Kermit isn't the main character in, Muppet Treasure Island either. But... okay, so maybe it's not 100% of the time. But it's always an element of in some capacity that they fall in love with each other. That they're in love or falling in love, and a lot of the times it's they're falling in love. What is your opinion of the cinematic masterpiece Follow That Bird, a Sesame Street movie? Is that the one where Big Bird like travels all over the world and he like goes to like Japan? Cuz like I have like a very strong memory in my mind of Big Bird going to Japan. And somebody goes, he's like walking around, and there people are going, they're saying Ohio, Ohio, to him, and they're like, he's like, wow, I didn't know there were so many people from Ohio here. And I'll remember that forever. Forever and ever, it will be in my mind. Don't look back, never look back. I can see you. Let's see. Oh, I also noticed watching Treasure Planet, and I didn't notice this until watching it recently. Maybe it's just something that I forgot, but Long John Silver is not human. He's like a dog people. He's like a dog cat people, like Amelia and Doppler are. He's a furry! Here, I'll bring up an image for the class. Also, I would like to settle a score. I would like to settle a score. I was watching this movie with Lux, and I saw this fucking guy. I was looking at this guy, and I was like, he's hot. And Lux gave me this like dirty fucking look. I'm like, he's hot. Like, what are you? He's hot. I'm sad I missed you talking about Treasure Planet. We can keep talking about it. He's hot! That's not even a controversial thing to say. Lux was like, you're crazy. I'm like, I'm not crazy. It's like, obviously Amelia is hot. Everyone agrees on this. He's like evil and hot. He's got Riz! He does have that Riz. He has like that like Radigan kind of riz to him. Anyway, he's one of the 3 characters with the little gold hoop earring. And he knows how to cook! You're so right, Gore. You're so right. I love Morph. Morph is so cute. I really, like, every time Morph was, like, on the screen and, like, making cute little noises, I was like, oh, Morph is the best Disney sidekick. So cute. I love Morph. His hand is so intricate. They were absolutely doing some 3D stuff with that. I'm trying to find an image of Jim with his stupid little gold hoop earring, but all of these images are showing him from the opposite angle. But he also has a stupid little gold hoop earring. I also felt insane watching that movie and being like, God, can we bring Rat Tails back? He's so cool. He's got his little gold hoop earring. That's how you know he's a pirate. That's how you know he's a pirate. This movie made me cry so many times with the Goo Goo Dolls Iris In movie AMV. Oh my god. Oh my god. Pat, you did miss me playing I'm Still Here. I did play it for the class. I'll play it again for you if you'd like. Pat, do you like Treasure Planet or Atlantis more? I feel like that's like a great question, right? Like, do you like which do you like more, Treasure Planet or Atlantis? Not which is the better movie, which do you like more? Because I think that they're on very similar playing field. I think visually I like Atlantis more, but story-wise I like Treasure Planet more. So it's tough. I like both of them, but I like Treasure Planet more because I like sci-fi more. I like sci-fi more, but Atlantis is also sci-fi, Pat. They're just on Earth the whole time. It is sci-fi. It's not a space opera. It's not a space opera. Pat, were you here for me saying to the class that they have a Star Trek reference in Treasure Planet? Dr. Doppler makes a "damn it, Jim, I'm not a doctor" joke, which I found funny because his name is Jim. I was like, what? Wait a minute. I don't know about much, but I know about keeping score. Be a long cold day in hell when I take you back. You can't go to Atlantis in sci-fi. That's illegal. No one does that. Atlantis looks so good. That, like, shading with blacks, like Mike Mignola, sharp angles, like, oh! Yum. Yum, 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 yum. Oh my god. It's my favorite kind of character design. Like working with some like sharps against curves and like really like punching out like some strong features and jaws and like just really hitting it with that shape language beam, you know? Oh, it's so good. I think it's like I'm like Disney animated movies with my favorite character design. It's Atlantis, Hercules, and Lilo and Stitch. All of which are like very, very different, like stylistically, but so iconic in their own right. Oh, but Mulan too. Mulan's fantastic. Mulan's a perfect movie. It's perfect. Hades in himself is a whole thing. Pain and Panic are fantastic. The shape of like Megara is so fun. Like the shape of like her head and her whole look. She stands out so much in like a lineup of like Disney heroines and princesses. I fucking love her. I love her. She was definitely like I don't think I had like a princess that I really liked growing up as a kid. Like I guess I liked Cinderella because she was like blonde and I was blonde when I was that age. But like Sleeping Beauty is also blonde, you know? But it's like that thing of like, oh, you just like the doll that has the same like that looks the most like you. I really liked Marie from the Aristocats. That was a character that I really loved when I was a kid. Still do love. She's cute. I will not say that The Aristocats is a perfect movie, though. There's quite a bit of racism in it. And also, it's just kind of a weird-ass movie. Don't say goodbye, head full of nothing, and I'm wondering why it's all right. You were assigned Belle as a child because you like to read. Assigned Belle at birth. I think honestly, if I'm thinking about it really hard, and I'm like, I think I really liked Mulan. I think I really liked Mulan as a kid because, and I don't think I ever really considered myself to be a tomboy because I hated going outside. but I don't know. Maybe for gender reasons. I don't think I had a favorite. None of them were purple until Tangled, which is crazy. There's also the whole entire thing of like Cinderella was not blue until they needed to put all the princesses in a little lineup. And like everybody had to have like specific colored dresses to like look good in a lineup. But like Cinderella's dress is silver. It's not blue. Like I'm not crazy. This dress is not blue. It's silver. The scene is blue, and I think that it's very easy to like conflate the two. But you know, it didn't turn blue until it became like a marketing thing. And I think that's crazy in a fun way though. I like Sleeping Beauty too, but in a more general fairy tale way than Disney specifically. I have so much love in my heart for Mary Blair and her iconic art style. The design of Sleeping Beauty is amazing. And Mary Blair also has her fingerprints on Cinderella, definitely. But I think that like Sleeping Beauty is just so much like pushed so much more. I always thought Mulan was the coolest, but that was also me being raised as a boy and not really engaging with femininity. She is the coolest. That's the thing. She is cool as fuck. I'm thinking also about all of the male protagonists in Disney movies, and she is cooler than them. Mulan's cool as fuck. That's true, actually. Yeah, she's cool. Oh, fuck. Um, thinking about what female characters I liked a lot. I like that bitch from The Quest for Camelot, not Disney, but that's fine. We can talk non-Disney. We can talk non-Disney. I will get pedantic if somebody mentions something that isn't Disney. I'll be like, that's like, Anastasia is not Disney, but it is Disney now, but you know. I used to be a lot more pedantic. I got better. You like non-Disney Beauty and the Beast specifically? It is pretty fucking cool, huh? Okay. My mesh work. I was watching the video of, ProZD. I don't know how he says his name. I've only ever read it online. Prozd? ProZD. He did like a March Madness bracket for the Disney theatrical releases. And I'm like just crazy enough to have like seen. I was gonna say all of them, but I feel like I've missed a recent release. It's very likely that I've missed a recent release. And I'm like, damn, I should do a Disney movie tier list. That would be a fun tier list to do. But I would like to argue with somebody. Pat, do you want to argue with me about Disney movies? I think it would be fun to like sort my thoughts like that. Oh my god. Some of the shading on this is crazy. Keep showing your letterboxed favorites to people and they keep pointing at Cars 3 in confusion. I would argue about Disney movies. We can argue about Pixar movies too. It's so funny how much Pat likes Cars 3. I don't remember that much about Cars 3 if I'm being completely honest with you. And I'm so sorry to say that. The thing that I remember most about Cars 3 was that Pat really liked it. Yes. Is that the one with the Pope Mobile? I don't know. It is the one with the lesbian bus and the dirt derby. Just like an example of what I remember in a movie like Cars 3. What I remember is that there's a lesbian bus in a dirt derby. And am I wrong? The Pope Mobile is in Cars 2, the one where they kill the James Bond car. I'm right. Thank you. Queen. Queen. I love the saw blade stop sign. Like, that's crazy. That's so fun. That's a cool bus. It's a pretty cool bus. I love you, Butch Bus from Cars 3. I don't remember anything else about that movie. No, I mean, I can remember, like, the basic, like, plot and, like, what it's about. It's, like, about, like, Lightning McQueen passing the torch. You know, and it's a beautiful movie. I do remember it being beautiful. I feel like my, like, love for, like, Pixar movies has waned pretty significantly over the years. Like, I used to feel very strongly about them. I don't think I feel very strongly about them anymore. I do love The Incredibles. That's one where I feel strongly about The Incredibles, actually. I think The Incredibles is awesome. Yeah! Pat and I are thinking the same thing. Incredibles is awesome. Incredibles is definitely my favorite. I think it's literally no contest. I would actually like to go back and watch A Bug's Life. I feel like A Bug's Life would hit different as an adult. It does, and it's so funny. Okay, I might have to go back and watch A Bug's Life. I did not enjoy Bug's Life as a child because I was scared of bugs. Still am. And it's partially because of Bug's Life that I am so scared of bugs. The ride in Animal Kingdom, It's Tough to Be a Bug. Oh, that shit should have been illegal. That shit should have been illegal. It terrified me, and to the point where I'm still scared of bugs as a fucking old person now. They send their most autistic soldier to get help, and he hires a theater troupe. Oh my god! But they're, like, swindling him, is the thing that's so funny about. Like, they're visibly swindling him. Oh, it's so funny. There's, like, so many, like, iconic scenes in that are the... People, like, bring it up from time to time. The scene where the grasshoppers are in the bar, and they're, like, laughing about the ants. And Hopper is like, we can't let them know that there are more of us than there are of... That there are more of them than there are of us, because if they do... there goes our good life. Fuck. Oh my god. Class consciousness. It's crazy. They're not taking swings like that anymore. That's why I'm like, we need to be taking some swings, boys. Where are the swings? And I say that, and then I think about Strange World, which is one of Disney more recent movies, and that one was a big swing. And I'm sorry, guys, it sucked. It fucking sucked. That movie sucked. It was not good. I'm sure there will be people who love Strange World in the same way that I love Treasure Planet and Atlantis, but that movie sucked. I don't know, like, the movie, okay, so the thing with Strange World is that, like, there's, like, a very, like, plain as day environmentalist message in it. Disney forgets to make shit good again. I'm sure that there are, like, kids out there that'll be like, whoa, this movie's about global warming. That's crazy, you know? But, like, to me, as an adult watching it, I'm like, it's a metaphor for fossil fuels. We're killing the planet. Like, it's so textbook, you know? Nothing was subtle. But it's like they're, like, trying to be subtle with it. They're trying to be subtle with it, but they're also not... I didn't really feel like they were saying all that much at the end of the day. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I don't know. I did not feel strongly that they were making, like, a strong case for it. And it was a movie about dads. It was a movie about. Here's the thing. Here's the thing where they fucked up. You want to know what gets me? You want to know what gets me in a movie? I would love to hear you all, like, what's the thing that, like, attaches you to a movie? Because everybody has their own, like, childhood thing that, like, their own trauma, whatever, that, like, if a movie has that theme, it's like, oh, you got me. For me, I know what it is. I have daddy issues. But specifically, like, daddy-daughter issues, in the way that I am very much my father's child. And so if they have that, like in the first example coming to mind is The Croods, which is so embarrassing. But The Croods made me fucking sob. Like, that movie fucked me up. Oh my god. I'm like, Nicolas Cage Caveman made me so sad. uh Oh, Perp talking about Strange World. We must fix this without changing anything about our lifestyles vibes. Yes! Yes! Like, I mean, there were definitely characters in the movie that were like, we need to, like, radically change the way that we, like, the way that we do this. We have to stop. We have to stop drilling for fossil fuels because we're killing the planet. But it just didn't hit. It just didn't hit. I'm like, they should have swung harder. Not an animated movie, not something I watched as a kid. Weirdly, that one scene in RoboCop where he goes home made me cry like crazy for a long time. I don't remember that scene in RoboCop. RoboCop is kind of an emotional movie. At the same time, it's like really campy. I like that. I love that in a movie. Excuse me. It's weird how it's everything at once and nothing clashes. Yeah. Yeah. It just works. Sometimes if you're not, like, worried about making everything work, things just work. And I kind of love that. It's like modern superhero movies where all the villains are kind of correct, actually, because they want to change a busted up system, and the hero who says, no, things must stay the same, and that's justice. Yes. Yes. I think, honestly, like, the thing that was the biggest issue about Strange World was that it was so forgettable. Like, I feel like if it had something bigger to say, it would have stood out to me more in my memory. Stepped into a satin dancing dress, had a slit in the side, clean up to my hips. It was red velvet trim and it fit me good. The looking glass, there was a woman where a half-grown boy had stood. Like, cool, nothing was said. I think I just like a freak. Now that I've thought about it enough, Lilo and Stitch comes to mind. I think Lilo and Stitch is the best Disney movie. And people do love a freak. Lilo and Stitch is such an insanely successful property for Disney that, like, stands on its own and nothing is like it. It's amazing. It's fucking amazing. Like, I don't... Me and took a ragged breath. I was rolling off and I was sick and the baby's gonna starve to death. Heart-shaped locket that said to thine own self be true. Somebody else was hurt and said, Mama, what do I do? She said, just be nice to the gentleman fancy. They'll be nice to you. Here's your one chance, fancy, don't let me down. Forgive me for what I do. But if you want out, then it's up to you. Don't let me down now. Your mama's gonna move you uptown. Yeah, Lilo and Stitch is great. Lilo and Stitch is great. Trying to think of other things. I didn't even talk about this. Wait, before I talk about this, Pat, did you hear me talking about... you'll find this crazy in the way that I find this crazy if Pat is still here. I'll give Pat a second. If Pat isn't here, I'll talk about the other thing I watched yesterday. Didn't matter when or how. Hi, Pat! I was talking earlier about, like, you look at the credits for a 2D animated movie, and, like, everything is divided into teams that are, like, based on, like, the character, right? Isn't that crazy? I just thinking about that, like, people working on these movies, and, like, literally, they're just drawing one character for, like, 3 years. Like, I guess part of me would find it less crazy if they were kind of, like, dividing their labor between characters, but no, like, I mean, it makes sense that they would just have you do one character and get really good at drawing that one character. Like, that's so crazy. I'd be like, damn, Mushu's my best friend now. That motherfucking lizard lives in my brain. Like, I would go crazy. Could you imagine drawing a character for that, like, that much time for that many years? And then, like, going and, like, meeting the mascot in the park. Like, that'd be crazy. I don't know. And being like, you fed me and my family for 3 years. You don't know me, but I know you. I know you better than you know yourself. Makes me think of that VisFX person whose whole job for 3 months was reducing Tom Holland's Spider-Man bulge in one of the movies. Oh my god. My uncle, not related by birth, but like one of my dad's best friends from school, was a VisFX animator for a lot of those like 2000s CG movies. He worked on a lot of the X-Men movies, and I think like the old Superman, a lot of the superhero flicks. And he always tells the story of oh god, who played Mystique back then? In Rebecca Ramjian? I don't know. I don't know her. But he talked about how maybe it wasn't her, maybe it was a different female lead in the X-Men movies, but he talked about how she like had just like given birth, like she just had a baby, and so it was his job to go through the footage and touch up her tummy. Which, like, you know, there's a lot to be said about that, but it was his job to re-skinny her. And he recounts a story of her being like, oh my god, you're a wizard. Like, how do you do that? Because it was like so pre-Photoshop Photoshop and like and any like, you know, like people weren't really able to do that like easily like they are today. And it was like wizardry. And I think about was it Cameron Diaz watching Shrek, and she's like, whoa, it's so realistic. Oh. There was a point in time in our history when VisFX people were magicians. Yeah, I think about that. I'm like, damn, the computers that you were working on must have been crazy. I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. I hope your uncle got to work on melting that senator. It's very possible. I could probably ask him. It's honestly insane how different like the world of VisFX and CG is from the 2000s. Cause it's like, it's crazy to me to think of the fact that we figured this shit out a long time ago, and it like a lot of the times looks worse. Like modern CG looks worse than 2000 CG. In a lot of cases. I go and watch the original Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Holy shit! Oh my god! Those movies are doing some stuff with water. It's beautiful. You're like, oh my god. It was very funny, like, having an uncle who was an animator and doing VisFX and going to see, like, a movie like Monsters, Inc. I think fondly about seeing Monsters, Inc. with him. And my dad tells the story all the time. Watching that movie in the scene where Sully and Mike in Monsters, Inc. That's another Pixar movie that I'm like, that movie's actually fucking great. But they're in the Himalayas, and the fur on Sully is like it's like being blowed by the wind. And he just saw that and was like, whoa. Like, that shit was groundbreaking in its time. And I love that. I love that. It's like, part of me is a little bit jealous that, like, everything is so easy now. Like, it's not easy. Like, it's obviously, like, making art is hard and always has been hard. But, like, those things aren't, like, nothing's impossible anymore. And that's, like, a good thing. But at the same time, you're like, it's kind of funny to, like, make shit that looks really good and, like, do groundbreaking technological things. And we've kind of hit the skill ceiling on, like, the technology there in a lot of ways. Like, we're just getting the render times down now. Sometimes impossible is the bar that crazy people try to shoot for anyway, and sometimes hit it really good. Yeah! I just think, like, technical work is really cool. It's kind of how I felt watching both the Spider-Verse movies. Yes. But, like, Spider-Verse is different. I think the first Spider-Verse movie, of course, because they're doing some really interesting and novel stuff with, like, the facial animation and, like, blending 2D and 3D. Like, the technical focus has shifted from... I appreciate that the focus has shifted from being purely technical, making things look realistic, to making things look artistic. But, like, you can do anything now. And I talked about it when I was talking about Panty and Stocking the other day. Like, those car chase scenes in Panty and Stocking, you know, however many 15 years ago? Fucking 15 years ago, they were doing these insane, car chase routines that I was literally, like, studying to go to school for art and animation, and I was like, how the fuck are they doing that? And now I watch that as an adult, as an animator, and I'm like, well, I know exactly how they did that. I know exactly how they did that, and it's not as hard as you think. It's like now, like then it was probably really hard, you know? Then it was probably not easy. Now it's like, we got that one figured out. Toon shaders, not so tough anymore. I get like a little like warm and fuzzy feeling when I see like old toon shaders. Like I'm like, oh, when I see like what is very clearly like a 3D model using a toon shader. They had some robots in Treasure Planet that were like clearly 3D models that were on like a toon shader, or like maybe they were traced over. I mean, obviously Long John Silver, he's got like a 3D model at least supporting the animators with the arm because it's so technical and crazy. And I just, when I see like old toon shaders, I'm like, oh, now like you can do so much with them. But they have like a charm that like really sticks out to me when you like know where to look for it. I love talking about animation. I love it. Oh, but I didn't talk about what it was that I was watching yesterday. Yesterday, I started watching Trigun. I've never seen Trigun before. I really like it. Another character with a little hoop earring. Another character with a little hoop earring. This guy's design is so crazy to me. I love him. He's so cute. I'm trying to find like a good image because I want to find like a good screenshot that is from the old version. I do think that like the updated design of him for the reboot is pretty good. But oh, his design. I really love his design. I love how expressive the old show is. It's got a lot of sauce. And I love, the characters are so cute. A lot of this is gonna be like renders and fan art and stuff like that, and I'm like, I just want some screenshots from the old show. Can I just... Because there's so many like really funny little expressions. It's so cute. Oh, it's so cute. This is like that old school anime big expression charm. I'm so fucking here for it. I'm so here for it. Oh, this image is so small. No, it's such a cute expression though. Big. Also, I love the anime thing of blonde guy with big red coat. Blonde guy with big red coat. I love Full Metal Alchemist. I want to rewatch Full Metal Alchemist too, but I really wanted to rewatch the 2003 version of it. And it's not streaming anywhere, so I can't watch it on my television. How do you feel about Dante Devil May Cry? Never heard of him. I don't know him. I need to watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood again. I did watch one episode of FMA Brotherhood, and I was like, I watched one episode of FMA Brotherhood, and I was like, I do love FMA so much. And then I was like, wait, I've never seen Trigun. Let's try an episode of Trigun. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch this. Once again, another situation where it's like, I love when characters have like little blemishes. They have like little beauty marks and stuff like that. He's got a little beauty mark on his eye. Stop, it's so cute. His little fuck ass hoop earring. His little hoop earring. I see that. I also just really love the girlies. The girlies in Trigun. Meryl and Millie. Oh. His is in the same spot as yours. Had you never noticed? I mean, I love Millie! I love Millie so much. Millie is Pat to me. Millie is Pat core. She's so cute! She's so, eto. I fucking love her. Oh. Oh, why did Steam open up? Anyway. They're cute! They're so cute! Oh, this is such a cute image of the two of them. Oh my god, no! This image is so low res! No! This is such a cute poster. Why is it 250 pixels large? Fuck, this is why it's so hard to love old anime. Yippee! Yay! Me and my big gun! I love that Millie has this, like, fucking huge-ass gun. I'm not that many episodes in, but Meryl was not using any weapons until, like, the most recent episode that I watched, and then it's revealed that, like, this cape is just, like, lined with these tiny-ass little pistols that all have one bullet in them. Girl! What are you doing? It is so impractical. I love her. This is cute. I really like this. I love them. I love them. I also think it's so funny. I didn't really know what Trigun was about. I think I watched like one episode of the reboot just out of like curiosity, or I think it was just on the TV if I'm being completely honest. And I got a lot more like backstory than I was expecting in like the first few episodes. And so it was funny watching the original, and it's just shenanigans. It's just shenanigans the whole way down. And I'm like, yeah! Shenanigans! I love it. There's like an incredibly funny thing that they do in Trigun, if you're unfamiliar, where the thing with Vash is that he's got like a huge bounty on his head, and everybody's, you know, everywhere that he goes, like he leaves like a trail of destruction in his wake, which he's like not trying to do that. It's just like everybody, wherever he goes, like trouble follows. And there's like nobody has like a photo of him. So like nobody knows who Vash the Stampede is. Nobody knows what he looks like. It's just rumors. And so it's people are like, "Oh, I heard he's like 10 feet tall and he's got a red coat." Like and they're just like all over the place with it, and there's a lot of like cases of like mistaken identity, and I'm like, oh, I eat that shit up. It's so, I love it. I absolutely love it. And we've gone through this playlist enough. I'm gonna metal covers. There we go. And yeah, and it's just also like I love old anime expressions. They're just so freaking cute. Eto. I love the case of mistaken identity going on in Trigun. I also really enjoy in Full Metal Alchemist the mistaken identity of anytime they talk to anyone anywhere, they take one look at Alphonse and they go, "Yes, the Full Metal Alchemist," and Edward has to be like, "Bitch." It's a bit like I love that bit every time. It's so funny. The whole thing about Ed, like, Ed, you need to like drink your milk so you can get tall. The short king. Like, I enjoyed Full Metal Alchemist when I was Ed's age, and like I had a similar like level of rage in my body. Watching it as an adult, I'm like, he's so 15 years old. He's just a baby. He gets so fucking mad when people are like kind of talking down to him. Oh. He's like, you are a child. It's because the creator grew up on a dairy farm. Propaganda. I mean, obviously, like, just like seeing her Sona. Like, her Sona is a cow. There she is. The creator of Full Metal Alchemist. Cow. Feed your characters. Sorry. Apparently, when my neighbor's 3-year-old daughter found out that I'm a manga artist, she said with a sparkle in her eyes, "I wonder if she draws princesses and stuff." Sorry, little girl. I only draw grubby old men. Icon. 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 Absolute legend. I'm just looking at funny little bonus comics in the Google search. This is MILF. This is MILF from Friday Night Funkin'. Love that sentence for me, though. This is MILF. This is a MILF. Oh, I also finished watching the King of the Hill reboot, which is really good. I feel insane saying it. The King of the Hill reboot is really good. It's really sweet. I think they did a great job. And I'm looking forward to more. Haven't gotten to it yet, but so glad to hear everything I've been hearing so far. Yeah, it's good. I really like what they've done with like the characters. It's fun to see. I really enjoy the moments from like Bobby and Bobby and Connie and Shane and Joseph like grown up. I think that's like that's like more interesting to me than the stuff happening with Hank. But I do think the time is like divided pretty fairly. I think it's really fun. This is what reminded me. I think it's really funny that Joseph is really into MILFs. I would say Dale's kid, but not Dale's kid. Joseph Gribble, who is visibly John Redcorn's child, but he thinks that he's white. Joseph thinks that he's white because he's exactly like Dale. He's exactly like Dale if Dale had John Redcorn's good looks, and it's so funny. And he's like, there's just like constantly like bits of him flirting with older women in scenes, and I'm like, oh my god, like. It's so funny. There's also like mild spoilers for like one joke in the King of the Hill reboot. There, but it made me think. I'm like, this is like the funnier way to do this kind of joke. Is in one of the first few episodes, Joseph is talking to Joseph is talking to Bobby, and he's like, it's crazy. Us white guys don't know how to dress for Halloween anymore. I'm like, oh my god. Like, way funnier than having a character like Dale be like, white people can't wear offensive costumes anymore, is having a character like Joseph say, myself, a white person. They're like, oh, Joseph. Joseph, please. And I'm like, things like that, where I'm like, that's way funnier to do a joke like that. Oh my god. He has a line where he's like, I'm the only white guy at work. Yes! I'm like, oh, I think he's my favorite of the characters. But I also love a dumbass. I love a dumbass character. Okay, I'm gonna leave that there. We'll do this part. King of the Hill is like a really great show to me in that like the characters are so specific. And I mean, I think this is like true of a lot of like really standout comedy, but the characters are so specific and their like idiosyncrasies are so like present for everyone to see, and you really get to know them. And the situations that like come up involving their lives just have you going like, oh, Peggy, no, Peggy, come on, oh. Where you like regard them as friends in a way because you're like, oh god, she would be like that. No, girl. Like, I think the best kind of comedy, like slice of life comedy, is one where the characters do something that is obviously not good or healthy for them, but you're just watching it like, of course they would. Like, of course they would. Like, that's just how... Girl I dated from Arlington once told me that her dad didn't get what was so funny about King of the Hill. It's because he was Hank Hill. That'll happen. When I was a young boy, my father took me into the city to see a marching band. They're all pretty believable people. Yes. Yeah. BZ is alive! I am alive. I live! I'm not sick. You see them and you know they're based on someone met? Yeah. Leave you a phantom. Leave you in the summer to join the Black Parade. Like, there's something very satisfying about making a character that is so specific and so very much like a guy that you know. And then people are like, yep, that is how that would happen with a guy like that. Yep. Parents told me that I wasn't allowed to watch King of the Hill because it made fun of Southern people. It's laughing with them. It's laughing with them. I think that, like, compared to other adult animated comedy, it's very soft. Like, your dad is basically Hank and Flanders. What a combination. What a combination. I'm trying to think of who my parents are like. My dad, I'm having a harder time coming up with a character, but my mom is very Marge to me. Marge Simpson. But at the same time, like, I feel like Marge in a lot of episodes is a little bit more of a blank slate and just sort of a very nice woman. But my mom is a very nice woman, and she's wonderful, and I love her very much. My dad is like... The only character that is coming to mind right now is from a game that I've never even played, but that I think about the energy of Mr. House in Fallout New Vegas. My dad is very much like a Walt Disney type. I don't know how to... Not Odo the capitalist. Yeah, that is Odo's voice. That is Odo's voice. You're right. It's so funny because my dad is like... He's very much a capitalist. He's very much a businessman. But he's not... His heart is not cold and calcified. He's just, like, from a different era where he had his own business and he was a good boss. And I think he doesn't understand the idea of people being bad bosses. Like, I think because he was a good boss and how he is how he is, he has a hard time understanding, like, bosses being manipulative. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I don't know. He's very, like, business is very much a part of, like, his kind of personality and energy. He's a well-intentioned capitalist, which has me going, like, oh, sweetheart. Like, but, like, I sit down and I have conversations with him, and he loves to debate with me. He loves to debate with me, as tiring as it is. 'Cause I do like to help educate. I do like to help educate. When I can. But he's, like, based in every other respect. It's not like that's kind of the thing that's difficult, is, like, I think a lot of people have, you know, complicated relationships with their family if they're, like, politically further away. But, like, my dad's not homophobic. He's not transphobic. He's not sexist. He's not racist. Like, he's none of the stuff that would, like, really, you know, make you go, hey, 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 hey. I think he's just a little bit optimistic when it comes to the world around him, and the world that he grew up in was different than mine. And I have to like remind him. I was like, I need you to realize that the world that I have lived in all of my life, from, like, the moment that I was conscious enough to see the world around me, shit has sucked. Like, like, I don't know if shit ever sucked, like, quite this bad for you when you were younger. But, like, I started being able to, like, perceive the world around me during the 2008 financial crisis, so... I love my dad. I do love my dad. He's a funny guy, though. Your daddy is so based? I bet your daddy is probably based, but... Lux also has based parents, so... I can't seem to scroll up, and there are large messages I would love to read. Say my grandparents and parents benefited from unions before them and social progress and felt it was all fixed, more or less. Saw working with one company is supplying you with healthcare and benefits when that had eroded away more and more, and they still held on to that, even though they know things that aren't that simple and such. But it still has their claws in their mentalities and influences them where they watch too much Fox. So, yeah. Speaking fun of saying your dad is... Oh, you're saying that my dad is based. My dad's pretty based. He's not that based. But, like... I don't have to have, like, the really annoying arguments with my dad, you know? I just have to be like, no, the economy isn't good. You know? You know? Which, like, if I'm gonna pick and choose my battles, that's fine for me. That's fine. I'll take that one. But, like, I think both of my parents were really, shaped. And you dance at the club, oh mama, I'm just having fun on the stage in my heels. Sorry, both of my parents, grew up with one parent who was fabulously wealthy, and but like both of my parents are children of divorce, and one parent was fabulously wealthy and the other one was very much poor. very, very, very much poor. So, like, they saw, like, both of those worlds growing up and are, sort of, like, you know, their worldview is shaped by that. And I'm like, that's so crazy to me. That's so crazy to me. Like, could you imagine? Like, they tell me, like, stories about some of the, like, my dad used to go to Acapulco. He used to go with my grandpa and go, they had, like a personal house / resort in Acapulco. And they would just, like, go there in the summer. And then, like, then he talks about, you know, living with his mom and how they would eat, like, an expensive meal to them was mac and cheese with potato chips on it. Like, that's crazy. I'm like, in the era where divorce, like, just became a thing, I don't know. That radicalizes me in a different way. Cause you know the part of the family that went away with all the money and the part of the family that was, you know, fighting to keep the lights on. You know. Pointing out the economy isn't a great signifier of how people are doing, more just how investors are doing. Yeah, I mean, also, like, right now, like they're struggling. Like, I'm struggling, they're struggling, everyone's struggling. And they see the struggle. It's visible. I don't have to fight about it anymore. My family has a lot of problems. I try not to blame them too hard for it. My mom and her siblings grew up as the children of Japanese immigrant single mother after the war who worked through. That's crazy! Wow. You must have had a tough grandma. That's crazy. Family on both sides was not super wealthy, but definitely middle class, which feels rich compared to now. Yeah. She was a very tough person. Whoa. Yeah, I have a very interesting sort of family setup. Money is not great for everyone right now. We are all feeling it. Like, even the family members that I have, like, that had access to that kind of money, like, they're struggling now too, because, like, retirement is expensive. Like, and, like, they also have to have budgets, you know? And, you know, the cost of living is going up. It's kind of crazy. Not Joker, My Chemical Romance cover album. No. What if the Joker could beatbox? Would that be crazy? Would that be crazy or what? Make them pay for the things that they did. The living shit out of me. Oh no. I'm gonna open this. I don't think I'm strong enough to play it right now. Holy shit. The world is such a big place with a lot of different, like, worldviews and sort of lives. It's kind of crazy when I sit down and think about it. Long as someone a blade, a dog in your clothes, or strike a violin pose. Maybe they'll leave you alone, but not me. Teenagers scare the living shit out of me. I believe you, Vital, but I also have a part of my brain that goes, you have derailed so much this stream. This is gonna send you into a spin. There is like one voice of reason in the back of my head, and it's firing off the klaxons. It's saying no, no. Show up and go. ADHD to ADHD communication, fall down the spiral. Whee! But speaking of like different like life situations and stuff like that, I've never been somebody that's like ascribed my like to astrology. I've never cared for it. I you know, I don't want to yuck other people's yums. It's one of those many things that my brain is like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Sorry. Like, I actually kind of hate astrology. I'm not gonna yuck other people's yums, but the thing that I do believe in... Oh, I got scared. I can never change my raid alert despite how much it scares me. Welcome on in, Party Cat Anthem. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Raiders, hi. I'm Bazy. I'm a Jersey Devil VTuber who does a live 2D rigging. Today we are doing some head angles. We're mostly doing mesh work, if I'm being awesome. The raid alert is really good. Thank you. Thank you. I love it a lot, but it does jump scare me if I'm in the middle of a thought. And I've had it for like 3 years and it still gets me. I hope you had a good stream though, Party Cat Anthem. If you have to head out and do some post-stream care, you are more than welcome to do so. We will take good care of your raiders. How's the live 2D going? It's going good. I'm getting a little bit distracted because that's what I do when I stream. But I'm honestly just like so happy to be back streaming, and I don't mind that I've been yappy on my streams because it's been a couple of weeks. I had to take some time off because I got very, very sick. But I'll show you how the angles are looking right now. Let me put this back to a better color that you can see it easier. I'm still doing the mesh for these headphones. That's what I was going to work on next. This is basically what we have so far, which is not all of the hair, but got some X angles, and we got some Y angles. Let me zoom in a little bit more. I still have some... I want to do some plussing on the eyes and the ears, but I kind of just want to get, like, base stuff done for most of it. Like, just want to get things looking good on a base level and then worry about the nitty-gritty stuff. This looks so good. Love the face angles. Thank you. You know what? I haven't hacked into this model in a hot second. Hold on, I'm getting this toggle off. There we go. Let's see how this goes. This might... The jaw might not open it, but we'll see. And the mouth, it looks like a sticker right now, but... We'll get that working. We'll get that working eventually. I need to, like, calibrate my head. There we go. There we go. Astrology, it's fun to... We were talking about astrology before the raid came in, if you're wondering why we're talking about astrology. Astrology Astrology is fun to think that there's something intrinsically tied to, thinking about what superpower you would have in X universe. Yes, I think it's very fun. But I just wanted to say I believe in oldest sibling, oldest child, middle child, youngest child, only child. I believe in that. It's not always accurate, but I think that it does actually say a lot. This model's stinking cute. Oh my god. Smile. Smile. So boyish without the rest of the hair on. Makes more sense because that's like environmental experience within a family. Yeah, like there's definitely like, I think, habits and traits that can appear, but it's not always like exact, you know? But I do think like, I don't know if I've said it on stream before. What energy do I give to you guys? Do I give oldest sibling? Do I give middle sibling? Youngest sibling? I'd love to that's like that's one where I'm like you could guess and that's fun, you know? You give youngest? I want to know if anybody else has an opinion. Ignore my reaction. Someone at a friend meetup recently pinned down which child everyone was except for you. Gotta go with middle? You guys, this is very interesting data. This is very interesting data. Pat already knows. Pat already knows. Oh, I wanted to show a model that I was working on over the weekend, the one I was working on Saturday. This is a competition and I'm gambling. Understandable, understandable. All right, I'll tell you. I'm the oldest child by a wide margin. By a wide margin. If they could compare your personality with your siblings, then they could tell. I am babysitter. I'm babysitter Beezy. My siblings are much younger than me. They are 5 and 10 years younger than me. So I got hit with the parentification beam. I'm happy to hear that you all think I'm so youthful and full of energy though. I just wanted to show you guys these eyes that I worked on. My eyes aren't moving. Like the eyeballs aren't moving. I don't know why not. I don't know why it's not connected. It was connected before. Weird. Maybe it's on like an eyeball LXY or something. Your sibling is only 1 year younger than you, just kind of like comrades? Yeah. First child of 2 parents who each had their own child before they met, but also neither sibling lived with us while you grew up. So you live outside. Yeah, that's always the fun thing when it's like, I actually have an incredibly specific family situation that that exists outside of your funny little context. By outside of your funny little game. What do we have the did I finish the headphones? I don't think I finished the headphones. Take this. Oop. Not that. Gore resists being put in a box. I respect that. Had the nastiest little creature grin while the person guessing said they couldn't figure you out. That's because I'm a weirdo. You ever see me without this hat? I'm weird. I really enjoy like unique like family setups in media. Like that's the kind of thing where I'm like I would love to see more of that in media. I feel like in a lot of things they've expanded it and, you know, done like larger families and done more like unique situations. It really like takes a village. And I love seeing it. And I want to see more. I don't know why the like the memory association beam got me just now, but I just thought about I saw this like briefly, very briefly on my timeline, and I don't know what's going on in there, but they're advertising Freaky Friday with the like the reboot Freaky Friday movie sequel Freaky Friday movie. They're advertising it with Jamie Lee Curtis, and there was like a TikTok or a short or something, and like her bobbies were out, like her bobbies. Whoa. Jamie Lee Curtis, Big Naturals. Pat knows exactly what I'm talking about. I'm like, I don't think I could like show this on stream. I was just like, Miss Jamie Lee, I didn't know that you. Oh my god. I don't know how I would even like search for this. But oh my god. Oh my god. It's like the fact that she's like doing this like little off the shoulder thing that's crazy to me. Does she suck now? Does she suck now? She does? Damn, then I won't show you her Big Naturals. Sorry. It's the fact that her sleeve is like off the shoulder. I hate this. I hate this. We can't even appreciate Big Naturals anymore. This is so sad. I'm gonna pull up Gandalf Big Naturals. Because I feel like you guys deserve something. People on Twitter are saying you will never be Susan Sarandon. Oh my god. I hate that this is a Reddit image. I don't want the Reddit version, please. Here we go. Ralph Bakshi Gandalf Big Naturals. There you go. Do you remember the Big Booby Susan Sarandon video? I forget who Susan Sarandon is, honestly. I don't I don't know if I know what you're talking about. I'm a visual learner. I mean, I know she's a movie star. I'm like looking at images of her. Who's in that one photo of the two ladies that are sitting at the table together, and the one is like jealously looking at the other one's big boobies? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? I'm a visual learner, Pat. You should send it to me. Her son is one of the guys from the quarry. I believe you. I'm sorry, I just opened up Discord and I have messages from Yuzu. About Yuzu has been playing Uma Musume and raced her horse too hard and it got acne. Oh, I do remember this. I do remember this. And the kid was like, "Stop posting my mom's boobs on my timeline." I remember this. I remember this. Incredible. Okay, we don't need to. That's a little too raunchy for Twitch. That was a little too raunchy for Twitch. I'm gonna see if I can find that one photo, the meme of the two ladies at table one looking jealous. Yes! It knew exactly what I wanted. This is... I love this photo. I mean, maybe this is jealousy. Maybe she's just like really... Is she... Is she, you know? Hello? Is that Jane Mansfield? Yes. Jane Mansfield and Sophia Loren. There's a Wikipedia article about this. There's a Wikipedia article about this photo. And it's thorough. That's crazy. That's crazy. Love that. Love that. Anyway. You ever see a pic where it's just like incidental and people make a meme out of it or something? Yeah. Those are my favorite ones. Those are my favorite like kinds of photos, are the ones that are like just like very candidly capture a very specific human emotion and expression. Which is, more often than not, the ingredients for a meme. One of my favorite memes of all time, I think I will carry it with me for the rest of my life, is the one where the guy throws out his bong. I think that's one of the funniest comics that I've ever read. I love that comic so much. That one and the guy smoking, and his dog walks into the room and he's like, he's gonna fucking tell on me. He's gonna tell my mom. Oh. Le empty bag of weed. Le bong. Shatter. Oh! I love that. It will get me. I love it every time. He's going to tell my mom. This one is so, like, raw. This is drawn worse than I even remember. I love it so much. Oh. It's so awesome. It's so cool. More YouTube videos for me to watch later. I'm going back to the PNG of Orville Peck. Why is it a PNG? There's just something about me, and it's one of the things that I love about VTubing, that if I just find a PNG, I'm like, you're coming home with me. It's like seeing a box of kittens on the side of the road if it was just like a image with a transparent background. If a box of kittens was any image with a transparent background, that's what's happening. Did you ever see the PNG tuber that you got for streaming? It's been a bit. Oh, PNG tuber. You can share it in the Discord. That's the way I'm supposed to be. I guess you could link it here too. I guess at the end of the day, I don't. Links work in my chat. I always forget that. You like literally have been sending them, and I'm like, it'll yell at you if you put a link in the chat. Not true. It does not do that. Wish that I had Jesse's girl. Wish that I had Jesse's girl. Jesse's girl. Y'all, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. And it's not even been 3 hours. I don't have my streaming stamina anymore. Which it's like, well, BC, you're still getting better, probably. Hayarakonde. I keep clicking the wrong one! Nope, that wasn't the right one either. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Get it down, get it down. 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 Down, down. Down, down. Microsoft Office. Microsoft Office when Macro Hard Office walks in.
Piggy dipping! Piggy dipping at the piggy pond.
Oh, hello there.
Hi, Shrek! Welcome on in. Well, you got the still images. Can share some of it moving in the Discord?
Like I know what a
Yeah!
JPEG is? I just want a picture.
Look what you did to Orville! Look what you did to him! He's crunchy! Oh, so cool. Vital, your Sona is so cool. Oh, that's sick! Hold on. Orville is glittery. I'm sharing the class. Oh. Oh, sick! That's sick! I love that. I love that. You are so orange. So orange. Which was also a thought that I had when I was watching Treasure Planet yesterday. I was like, whoa. So orange. Which, it's a very, like, the beginning of that movie is like, really, really, strong atmospheric lighting, and everyone is very sepia-toned. Alright, I think I'm gonna try and make it to 3 hours. 3 hours of stream. Because I was working before on this model. And I don't wanna burn myself out too quickly after... You know, I got a lot to catch up on, but I have to be careful. That I don't, immediately burn myself back out. It's only Monday! It's only Monday. Hopefully I can get a lot done on this model. The goal is to have the head angles done this week. But there's a lot going into the head angles of this model. Also, the pressure in my ears is fucked up right now. Which, I don't like that. Like, why is it doing that? Hi, Boogie! Hi, Boogie. It's funny, I almost didn't see your message because you're purple. And I thought that was also Vital. The emotes you have such long names. Oh. I think that happens, when there's a lot of people who have a similar, like, first 5 letters of your username. A web of girls. Like, I would love it if my emotes could be called, like, BZ. You know, BZ, whatever the name of the emote is, but I don't even think that they allow it to be that short. I've never seen anybody with a emote name that short. So I don't know. But I would love it to be BZ instead of Jersey because then it would be easier to find my emotes because they go to the top. I'm assuming that they get sorted alphabetically, but I actually don't know for sure. I think they do. Because usually my top emotes are Bugs emotes and Bugs at B. There's a B. Gore just got gore. Damn. Minimum Twitch username length is 4 characters. Fucking bullshit. It reminds me of on Neopets.com. I think it's also 4 letters. I think 4 letters is the sweet spot for Neopet names on that site. But you could get, because of like the code or something like that, you could get an alien guy, a Grundo, and that could have 2 letters in a name. Like the name could be as short as 2 letters. And it was like a status symbol to have a Neopet that had like a really, really short name. Luckily got yours before they added numbers, so you have Callum W. Well, I think it's just like, if you are the first one to have Callum W, right? Like there's no other Callums out there. Callumwa. And there's no other Gores out there. Then you don't get a number. But I have a name like Jersey, right? Like Jersey is the first 5 letters of my name, or just Jers. It says Jers. And I 100% believe that there have been people before me that have that same letter of string of 5. So now I'm Jers 52. Or I'm Jersey 52. Am I Jersey 52 or am I Jers? Am I Jersey? At least I'm Jersey, if I am. I'm not sure. I think at some point I was Jers. I'm Jersey. I'm Jersey 52. 52. They should make it 82. They should make it 82. Because the 82 looks like BZ. Twitch, fix my number. Fix my number. I'm only 1 off. Fix it. All right, let's do a little bit of head angle stuff. Oh, whoops. I never flipped this one. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to flip it right now. Funny being Vital Eye 123. Vitali 123. Pizza pasta. Hair side L head XY. This one I'm definitely going to want to separate the 2 of them a little bit. Who am I to disobey? I don't know what I just pasted. Some of them want to be used by you. Oh, I forgot that there's like stuff in here now where you can copy forms and paste them with like flipped objects. I forgot about that. Hair side head XY. Who am I to disobey? Okay. Turn this way. I can also hear my voice giving out a little bit. Like, I clearly haven't done this in a hot second. I'm like, my stamina is not the same. My voice is not the same. It's almost like getting really bad laryngitis can, like, affect you in that way. That's crazy! Bring this back this way. Kind of want to just, like, hit this with the make it normal beam. Oh. This particular piece of hair, I'm gonna have to do some fun stuff with it. To, like, add some depth to that, like, back portion there. It's got, like, a funny little curly cue. Bring this out this way. I'm just gonna bring it back this way a little bit. Bring it back a little bit. I'm gonna have to move this out a bit more. It's looking pretty good so far. It's looking pretty good so far. Alright. Alright. And here's the other thing I think about my stamina. It's fucking hot. It's really hot. I'm having a hard time thinking about anything other than I'm sweaty. Oh, my little pretty woman, a pretty woman, give me the Barbie to my time, Sharona. Oh, you make my motor run. I'm a motor run. Yeah, that's me. That's what I look like right now. So tired. I've gotten so little work done today. Definitely gonna have to work late. No! R.I.P. Gore. I hope that you are able to find suitable entertainment that holds half of your attention for you to be able to focus, but also keep you entertained and not make you go, like, chew at the walls. Because that's been my issue. That's been my issue, is that I don't have I can't choose some second screen content. And I'm suffering for it. Describing what I do with D&D or tabletop stream or VODs. Pat's also gonna be working late. Woo! Pat has a lot of animation to do. Pat, are we gonna play Peak? Are we gonna play Peak eventually? Are you gonna be done working on that thing really soon so we could play Peak? They put Alpine back into rotation. Should be done with this in like 2 days. I hope that Mesa is in the rotation in 2 days. Just played Peak for the first time this weekend. You got a wizard hat. Yay! I had a couple of friends playing yesterday. And they were like, do you want to play with us? And I was like, I do want to play with you, but I can't. I was like working. And they went, okay, that's fine. And then I saw that they beat the game and they all had the hat that you get for the one achievement I'm missing, which is an achievement that's like super buggy right now and doesn't really work properly. And I was like, no, I need that hat. I was so sad. And they were like, it's super easy to do. You can go do it. And I was like, no, that's okay. My Sharona. Look, this character has hair. My Sharona. Oh, wrong thing there. That should have gone to antenna. Chase my blues away. It's the light of day that shows me how. Just gonna do like a quick hair base thing here. The hell is that? Oh.
Hello there.
Oh, hello there. Welcome on in. Thank you for the follow. Who the hell was that? Love that burns hot enough to last. Oops. Oh, I wanna dance with somebody. Feel the heat with somebody. Oh, I wanna dance with somebody. Hello, hello. I read your name as Kyle, but I know I could be wrong. Welcome on in. Feel free to correct me. I see that name and I'm like, that is like the most fun way to spell Kyle. Hair, base, head, XY. Oh, I did T. Somebody who. I need a man to take a chance on a love that burns hot enough to last. Let's remove the buns for now. Oh, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. I wanna dance with somebody. Somebody who loves me. I think this needs to go back a little bit more. Let's use 4 here. This part forward. Oops. Bring this in. This is gonna look a little bit funny no matter what because of the... I need to adjust where the skull is. Whenever I do this, I'm like, if you were a Kyle, you would take the K. Is it child? Child? Chile? Oh, child. I see. I see. It's all making sense. Well, you better be an adult named Child, like that one Genshin Impact character, I think. Because this here is an adult-only stream. Partner. Oh, and a lot of your friends. The turn, it's all gonna go your way. Working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. Getting by. Taking it, no giving. Lose your mind. You never give it credit. It's enough to drive you crazy if you let. Her service and devotion, you were into life. No matter what they call it, spend your life putting money in his pocket. Alright, I'm gonna... blow up and act like I don't know nobody. I'm going to do a little bit of angles on these antenna. I don't really want to make the angles on the antenna all that complicated, really. Just kind of want to... whoop. Yeah, just sort of get that going that way kind of thing, you know? This place seems like a vibe. Thank you. Thank you. We pretty much, we make art and we vibe here. No rules, just right. Actually, there are quite a few rules, but... there are quite a few rules, but... most of them are just be chill and vibe, so... oh, okay, so this is all separated, and I can do some fun stuff with this, and I do have stuff on the antenna set up to do a little bit of a magic trick here. Hello? It didn't work? Something that I need. I like you. 'Cause you got that something that I need. I'm gonna... bring this back this way a little bit. Oh, whoops. Okay. Now this... bring this out this way. Kind of have to do angle work on the mesh itself because I have a lot of physics going on this antenna. Might be a bit much. Might be a little too thick. I think this I would just like to bring back a little bit. A little bit more. And then all of this we'll do the opposite way. I'm gonna bring things in on this side so it's affecting the other side a bit more. Yeah, we'll bring this out a bit more from bringing this in. So you got that, and then copy paste it the other way. It's like, what does it look like? I don't think that's so bad. Might mess with the shape of this a little bit. I lied. It's very interesting, like the marks are very painterly, so it rotates in a very interesting way. Like, it doesn't feel necessarily lifelike, it feels like moving art. It's very cool. Yeah, that makes sense. So, these are going to be connected, so when the head turns this way, this will turn that way. And then we'll do it like that, too. Bring it this way. No, 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 no. When you and me party together. Forever. I was feeling down, now I'm feeling better. Goes on and on and on and on. And party together. I do really love separating the angles on like ears and antenna and that kind of thing, because then you can kind of hook them up with physics and in really interesting ways. I'm gonna fatten this thing up a little bit though. It's looking too skinny. I gotta fix that. Okay, good work today. Honestly, getting that mesh work done on the headphones was going to take forever, so I'm glad that I did it on stream where I could keep my focus a little bit in check. Let's see who's online that we can go and raid. Oh my gosh, look at this Orphalpeck JoJo pose. I was just like clicking on my internet thing. I was just clicking on my internet tab to go to Twitch and see who's online, and look at this JoJo pose. Oh my god. My god, let's see who's on the line. Sexy, I know, right? Would you guys be mad at me if I raided Bug? Would you guys be mad at me if I raided Bug? I want to raid Bug. Oh, Pat would be so mad at me. No! I'm gonna want to go and watch Bug stream anyway. Oh, I'm gonna be so mad and uses one of Bug's emotes. We're raiding Bug, because I love Bug. And honestly, I really like the phrase, so this is the power of country. I want to make that the raid message. Raid Big Nose Bug. Get that raid message started. Apple Parade. Bug needs niceys. Bug does need niceys. Bug's been going through it with the ISP bullshit, and I'm very mad on Bug's behalf. So I want to be nice. I want to raid, even if I'm just a little guy. I'm gonna go watch Bug stream anyways. So thank you all so much for hanging out with me here today, keeping me company while I try to focus on getting some work done. I'll be back on Wednesday. I'm not sure if I'll be working on Wednesday. We'll see. I think if I'm working, I'll probably be working on this model. So, yeah, keep an eye out. In the meantime, take care of yourselves. Take your meds. Stay hydrated. Eat lots of good food. Kiss the homies good night. And, of course, stay sexy out there. You heard me. Stay sexy out there. Goodbye! Goodbye!